It's Brian Preston, the Money Guy.
Let's head to Justin's question out on YouTube. He says, when saving for a medium to long-term goal, maybe like 5 to 15 years in the future, when should you save in a high-yield savings account versus when should you invest in a taxable index fund? What do you think?
So we get this all the time. Now, it's not the case anymore, but for the past couple of years, cash has been trash.
Yeah.
If you were putting money in a high-yield savings account, you were getting like tenths of a percent. I'm trying to emphasize the THS on that, like tenths of a percent. You just weren't getting a ton of interest. And so savers who were saving for home improvements, automobiles, vacations, they're like, I hate seeing my money just sit there. Counter that with a market that's been really, really strong up until 2022, right? I mean, COVID had a quick downturn, but it rebounded quickly. In fourth quarter 18, quick downturn, rebounded quickly. Market's been strong, so a lot of financial mutants find themselves in that place of, man, I don't want to just watch my cash sit there, but I know that when I invest in the market, there's some risk associated with that. And so what we try to do is we try to assign a timeline to it. Our view here at the Money Guy Show, here at Money Guy, is that if you have a goal that is inside of 5 years, cash is your answer. If you're saving for a car in the next 5 years, a vacation in the next 5 years, a down payment for a house in the next 5 years, and you know that it's going to take place in the next 60 months, I think cash has to be your answer. High yield online savings account, now they're paying like 1.5% to 2%. Like they're getting pretty attractive now. I can remember in the not too distant future where high interest savings accounts like 4 to 5%, right? Can you imagine if you're like making 4 to 5% on your cash?
Yeah, I know,
right?
that would be great.
It's wild. I think if interest rates continue to rise, we're going to get back to that place. So if you have less than a 5-year time horizon, then I think that saving in cash has to be your answer. But a lot of us, we don't know what the exact timeline is. Like, hey, I think I might want to invest in rental property, but the market doesn't look great right now. Well, if it's likely that 5-year window could shift or that 5-year window is actually closer to 10 or 15, I don't think it's crazy to think about putting together a dollar cost averaging strategy to build up cash in either a low cost index fund or maybe some like well-diversified, closely dated target retirement fund so that you get some sort of excess return on that. Because what happens is if you give yourself 5 years, there's a really good chance the money that you're putting in today, 5 years from now, will have gone up, right? Now, maybe the money you put in last month at the end of that 5 years won't have been up or for that last year. But if you can do that consistently through time, remember, it's like a yo-yo walking up the mountain. Imagine if you were just dropping breadcrumbs behind you as you walk up that mountain and you get to the top of the mountain and you're starving. What are you going to eat? You're not going to walk down. You're just going to start eating the breadcrumbs, right? You're going to kind of go backwards eating the breadcrumbs. Well, if you're dollar cost averaging for a longer time period, it allows you to do that. So I tell folks, if you have a goal with either an unknown timeline or an unknown cost, hey, we want a lake house, but we don't know if we're going to spend $150,000 or $1.5 million, right? And you don't know where that threshold is, we like a best of both worlds approach. Build up your cash, but you can also do sort of a dollar cost averaging strategy in an after-tax brokerage account in some sort of tax efficient manner. So that way you're getting the best of both worlds.